Hello and welcome to this interview. I'm here with Kristin Michelle. She's one of my amazing clients. She went on a 3-month journey with me through Intuitive Alchemy Academy, and which was my baby, one of my first program, and so yeah, she went on this journey. I would consider her. I think it cut off there. There we go. I would consider Kristin to be like my VIP client because she did everything with me in this journey. We did Reiki certification. We also did the level 1, and now we're going to be doing level 2 in just a couple of days. She also went through the Intuitive Alchemy Academy program with me, which is a 3-month program, 8 modules long. We dove into many different aspects of the self, from emotions to identity to sexuality, just all over. It's really potent. And then from there, we also did one-on-one work together. We actually just did a breakthrough call today, which was really awesome. And she got access to me through Voxer. So that was a really great tool. We actually ended up doing WhatsApp, right? So
yes,
she got basically coach in her pocket. And so here she is, just to kind of give some feedback. I have some questions that I'm going to be asking her about her experience working with me. And yeah, you guys could just enjoy and watch and get your perspective from Kristin. So Kristin, thank you so much for doing this.
sure, absolutely.
Yes. So, okay, the first question is, I want you to kind of backtrack a little bit, the beginning of your journey into when you said yes to working with me. And I want you to remember, what were you hoping to gain from the program?
I think just having met you and being in your energy, it's like I just wanted more of Bianca. Like I knew that that was an energy that I was ready and that I wanted to embody. And just everything that you were about, I knew that I would make a lot of progress and just grow spiritually. And I think at the end, I can say that at the beginning, I just had a knowing, to be honest. Like I had a knowing, and I really wasn't completely sure what would come out of, what exactly would come out of it. But I just had a knowing that that was my next step. And I definitely got way more than I thought I would. So
that's awesome. Thank you so much. I love that. And so, because it was like a soul-led yes, right? That just basically united us. And at that point in time, you were just looking, like you said, to receive, to connect more to your spirituality. I know you wanted to learn Reiki, right? That was another component that
yes,
you were really curious about, and I was so happy to be able to serve you in that way. So, okay, awesome. And I'm so glad that you did. You said yes.
And yeah, and holding, learning to approach these type of things with a clear intention is something that you taught me. So at that time, I really didn't even have that complete awareness of approaching something like this with a very clear intention. So, I mean, that's also something that you've taught me. So yeah.
I love that. Yeah, no, definitely. That's interesting too, because like life guides us even when we don't have intentions, right? But even like, so knowing that now, how has that tool helped you, would you say, like having more intention with your life?
I mean, it's been a game changer, because I'm definitely, and I think you've sort of revealed this to me throughout the course. And I think I've known it deep down, but I'm definitely a visionary. And like I am a visionary. So it was just a practical way for me to sort of harness that energy and set an intention that aligns with that energy of the vision that I have inside. And I think, you know, I've had that, but I've never had a way to actually, I've never had that tool to start out with, if that makes sense. And it does create so much clarity and direction, and I definitely feel and have experienced that I'm manifest so many more good things. And you know, that vision, holding that vision and that intention has carried me through a lot of problems and times and challenges that would have been very difficult to traverse before.
Yeah, so I guess it would be kind of like knowing that you can hold the vision for your life and that it'll unfold, right? That you're very intentional, that you can make that happen, that you can move through that, and then it's just kind of part of the journey, would you say?
Right. And I think the intention is just the awareness of the vision, sort of. For me, that's kind of how I view it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
because I definitely have the energy of the vision, but the intention is the awareness and the clarity.
Yeah, and the awareness that you're putting into action something, like, right?
Yes.
We hold, I think that's often what happens. We hold something in our mind. We know we want it. We fantasize about it. We think, okay, I know I got to do something to get there, right? But then actually putting that seed of like intention daily, that makes such a big difference. Great. I'm so
yeah, it totally brings it into the reality. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. Okay, awesome. So that kind of falls into the next question, which is, in what ways, so you mentioned the intention being one of them, what other ways do you feel that you grew from the program?
Oh, wow. So many. I think looking back, like my vision, what I knew was spirituality. I feel like that's been a missing piece. I've done a lot of mindset work and a lot of intellectual type work on myself, but I had not brought in the spiritual. And I really think that's what my soul was so sure about with doing your academy. And like that vision, I wasn't quite sure what it was, but I think that's definitely what led me to like an RSVP yes, you know, no matter what, I'm doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And just theta healing, wow, it's so beautiful, so powerful, so so practical, but creates so much connection. And Reiki too. I actually really love to combine Reiki and theta healing in one practice. And it takes maybe like 15 minutes, but I like to combine those two because they naturally flow together for me. Like it makes sense. And it puts me in such a beautiful space after I do it. And so yeah, just connection. What else? Gosh, there's just been so much. Just awareness of really an awareness of my body and how my emotions and my thoughts manifest in my body. And I think that kind of goes along also with Reiki, but I did not have any awareness of that when I came into the academy. And I think that's huge. I think that's really, that's very powerful. And for someone that has a history of trauma that, you know, has coped in the past with dissociation from the body, bringing that spirit back into the physical body, was it was so healing. It was very healing. So yeah, those are three big things that kind of, and your womb healing. Oh my gosh, that was I did not expect that. But I released so much shame and negative energy that I've been carrying for a really long time that I had no idea was even there. So those were the highlights for me. And also just having WhatsApp access, like that was also a game changer for me, to just have that intimacy and being able to work through things with you in real time, I guess.
Yeah. So that was actually one of my
that was incredible.
Things. For sure. Like, it sounds like overall it's been a lot of reintegration into the self, right? And also, like you said, that body awareness, that reconnecting, the feeling yourself, which is something that we get so far away from for whatever reason.
Yeah, absolutely.
Us, you know, through these different trails in our lives, and then next thing you know, when we finally look up, we're like, well, how did I get here? Wait, I haven't really been tuning in. So I love that you did give over to all of those different practices, and that you did use those resources. So she's referring to theta healing, which is one of the pieces that I cover in my modules, and so that's part of the actual coursework of the program. And a womb healing that we actually did, you and I, right, through our breakthrough call. We did touch on like the womb information in the actual module itself. Did you find that stuff was helpful as well?
Yes, definitely. But going through that with you, I think we did it before the module was released.
We did.
Because it was, it was something that I think you identified was, it was something that I needed at that time. So I think you went ahead and did it on one of our breakthrough sessions. But yes, definitely, all of that was super, but I felt like I kind of like already had it in because you had done it with me one-on-one. Like,
yeah, for sure. Yeah, exactly. Like, I feel like it was so good that you got to do the full experience with me, because it was so tailored also to like what your journey was and what you were moving through, and that intimacy was really powerful as well. So I really enjoyed that aspect. And so I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just going to say, and I feel like I was telling the other girl, like, y'all have no idea, because sort of womb healing, people are like, like, what is that? Like, it's not, you know, I think people are skeptical, but since I did it before, I was like, oh my gosh, just wait.
That's awesome. I love that. Cool. So the other thing, the next question, I'm sorry, is, which basically you kind of answered it already, I think, but of all the resources that we covered, all the resources that were available to you, which one was your favorite and why?
I think it was a combination of the Reiki and the theta healing. And I think it was so awesome that we started off with those things, because it like it set the stage for all the work that we were going to do. It was such an incredible resource for grounding, for, you know, balancing energy. It was just like the perfect preparation for just holistic preparation for all of the work ahead, I guess. So I think both would be my favorite. And just because like I said, I love to integrate the both into one practice. And it's, like I said, it's so simple. I'm very visual, so I do a lot of visualization around both. You can do it anywhere. Like it doesn't take an hour or two. You know, it's just very simple, but when you have finished the practice, it's your energy and your state of mind is just completely upgraded. And it's incredible.
Yes, I love it. It's so good. It's just so freaking
It
good.
is.
There's no words because it's God. Like it really is. But these are
Yeah.
just tools, and we get to implement, and we get to like, because the vessel, the human vessel, has to match all those higher frequencies, and so why not have some awesome tool that lets you, you know, tune into that
Mm-hmm.
easier. Yeah. Awesome. Okay. My next question is, let me see. Hold on. Sorry. Let me just read here my notes. Okay. This is actually kind of like a interesting question, because I've noticed that there's a lot of new courses in right now in the digital world. And what I mean is in Reiki particularly, that there's a lot of like more affordable self-paced digital courses in Reiki. And I would like to know, I know that I'm not sure that you've ever taken a self-paced course, have you, for Reiki?
No, I've
Yeah.
taken other self-paced courses, all of which I did not finish.
Okay. That's
So there's
a
a
good
good
point
point.
right there. I just wanted to kind of get your feedback on that. Like, what do you feel is the big difference between having taken a self-paced course and then having somebody that's there, a teacher, a mentor, that can help guide you through the process?
Oh, absolutely. Like there's no comparison. I think Reiki and Theta healing, and in my experience in this academy, um, and you know, it's the collective energy of the group also. When I'm working one-on-one with you, or even in our group container, it's the collective energy of the group that I feel, and it just amplifies everything that we do. And I feel like you really have a gift for sharing your energy or transmitting your energy to others, even long distance. And I feel like as you learn something like Reiki, that is, you need to know what it feels like. Like you need that at the beginning. I really feel that guidance is key. And the same with Theta healing. I've also done transcendental meditation training, and that's in person only. They won't even do it online. And it's kind of the same concept. Like it's more sacred, and there's much less that's lost when you have a teacher that's interacting with you one-to-one, that there's just no possible way that a self-paced course could give you that experience.
Yeah, love that. It's so true. And that's been my experience too. And that's really why I set out to do this, and to make it something that I have my hands in it, because we heal each other, we connect to each other, and we lift each other's up. And I love that you brought up that point about being in the group, in the container, and how, and maybe you can express this, how also like that's helped carry you and carry everybody in the group into this like vortex of just growth. Like, okay, 3 months went by, they went by flying, but everybody was like having their own breakthroughs all over the place, and it was just so cool to witness.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, all yeah, just everybody, it's just in the container, we're all going through the same version, a different version of the same thing, you know. So I could definitely see myself in everyone. And as you coach them, you coached me too. So that's the incredible part of a container, especially a smaller container, I feel like. And just having the aspect of just some of the women are just so incredible and inspiring and uplifting. And I, I feel like I was especially privileged and blessed to have known a couple of them already. So that intimacy was just like next level. And I just felt so supported and heard. And yeah, it was just so much growth.
I love it. It's so true. I know everybody there was really special, and everybody gave, I feel like 100%, which was what really made a big difference too. And I loved having that intimate setting. It was, yeah, that was really special. So my last question is, if you were to tell a close friend about your coaching experience, and you were to tell them, you know, what would you say in general? Just like a quick little, how would you tell them about it?
I think that I would say, if you're looking for something and you don't know what that is, then this is the perfect course. Because I think that sort of was me. Like I knew I had this vision and this desire and this yearning, but I wasn't quite sure. And I feel like a lot of people are in that position. So absolutely life-changing. I would definitely say, if you are looking for connection, if you're looking for a way to come back to yourself, to center yourself, and not only connection with yourself and incredible other women, but to a phenomenal intuitive coach that is just an incredible guide. I mean, you've really changed my life. But also ways to take back your power in balancing your energy, and just realizing how much power we really have, and all of that plus a way to connect with the creator. I'm not a religious person, and up until now, I'm not sure I would even call myself a spiritual person, but that is the secret sauce. Like, that is what I was missing. And I love it just because it's a framework, but it's also on my own terms, like how I want to practice spirituality. And that was just, it was just exactly what I needed. So, that was not a very short answer. I feel like I would have to talk to somebody for like an hour to give them a full picture.
No, I get, that was beautiful. That was so beautiful. Thank you. And yes, I honor you. I thank you for your love. I thank you for being here, for being present, for giving 100% in this course. Because it really, a teacher is only as good as its students. And really, I just appreciate you so much. And for taking the time to do this interview with me. And I hope that whoever watches this also feels, you know, aligned. I'm sure that they'll find parts of you that they'll reflect with and identify, and hopefully parts of me as well. And yeah, whoever is meant to be in the next container to say yes to themselves.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I love you so much.
I love you, girl. Thank you so much. And so that's pretty much it then. I guess we'll end the interview here. Again, thank you all for watching, and let me know if you have any more questions about Intuitive Alchemy Academy, and I'll be posting information about the next launch. Okay? All my love. Thanks, Kristin.
Bye.
Bye.